Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. Back on February 6, 2018, City Council approved funding for the design of the renovation that used to be the Inquirer-Journal building to be a new senior center. And Stuart Cooper Newell has been working on this preliminary design. They've incorporated feedback from the community that was received at a public meeting held on January 31st. And City Council also approved funding for the construction of a new police headquarters. This was done in the annual fiscal year 2019 budget. Stuart Cooper Newell has worked on this project as well, and they have incorporated feedback from the police department staff. We're excited to have Jim Stewart here with us today from Stuart Cooper Newell to present these conceptual designs to everyone. These are the designs that will be used to prepare the construction documents that we'll use to bid these projects out. The anticipated timeline is the bids due back on July 10th. We'll submit an application to the Local Government Commission for approval for financing on July 12th. And we would close the financing at the end of August. Any questions on that?
Here, none, thank you.
Welcome Mr. Stewart up here and get to see what he's been working on all this time.
Yeah, we appreciate the opportunity to be here and share with you what we've been working on. Gregory is with us and Gloria. They're part of the staff that's working on this project as well. You want to work with computers? They're a whole lot smarter than I am about computers. They're the technical part of all of this. So, but anyway, what I want to do is show you, start with the existing site plan. And that's, I assume that y'all are looking at this screen mainly. So this is the existing site plan. This is the old Inquirer-Journal building.
Can you blow it up any?
Out in front of the.
Can you enlarge it?
Can you enlarge it? Without running it off the screen.
Yeah, this is the Inquirer-Journal building here and associated parking with that. This area is the area that goes down in front of that. This is the old building that was over here. This is a survey, and Lawrence Associates is doing the surveying on the project. We're also going to have them do the civil engineering as well, since they're right here in Monroe. So we've done a master plan of this, and we'll show you what we suggest and what we think you should probably do for the entire piece of property. Go to the next one. This is the entire piece of property. This will be the senior center here with mostly handicapped parking right over here on this side. We're going to suggest that you close this Crawford Street, this section right behind the senior center, and then open up this area back here for outdoor activities for the seniors. Then this develop into a nice parking area, landscape area down behind that. That will greatly enhance this whole block there. Over across from there, we proposed having the police department here with area for future expansion here. There's a sally port here that allows the officers to bring someone in for an interview and that sort of thing. And then we have parking for that. This is an existing parking lot that needs to be improved so we can provide more parking for the senior center. I've been over there quite a few times and you can't find a parking place there. It's always full. There's always some activity going on at that location. We propose having maybe a future fire department headquarters here with the entrance out, straight out into Charlotte Avenue that would connect up into Church Street with the offices here and the roadways here, parking over in this area. This would be an area for public parking between the two buildings and truck return back through here to park into the bays. This is a wash building with generator enclosure and dumpsters here. And the reason for that is we're looking ahead trying to provide an area that we can put generators in for both buildings, so you only do that one time, depending on the size of the generator and the loads on both. But that's basically the site plan. This is the main entrance into the police department. This is the main entrance into the fire department, and the parking for both here. This little parking lot, we're gonna suggest that you increase that parking lot, change the footprint, that's existing as well, but that will provide more parking for the senior center and give an opportunity to landscape all around that area. This could be a really, really nice asset for the downtown in Monroe. Okay, let's go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the senior center first, and we'll go through the senior center, what goes on inside the building. So let's go to that next one. Let's see, it's not as light as I thought it was, dark as I thought it was gonna be. This is the main entrance to the Inquirer Journal building now. This is the canopy that we're putting in with a drive-through entrance here for loading and unloading. And when you come in, this is the office area right in this section, right in here. And with a vestibule and a reception area here. This is more of an open, relaxed kind of area for people to hang out, coffee bar, that sort of thing. Then down through this area, we have activity rooms, computer lab, we have areas for bookshelves, reading, up in this area. We have a craft room here, an activity room here, and there are more activities along here. This is a fitness area, and we were laughing about a range of motion and the fact that I got sore this weekend working all weekend. So they're gonna have a good place to have exercises, workouts, and that sort of thing. This is a pottery and ceramics area with their kilns here. This area is for woodworking, and we've had a separate room set up for the vacuums that they have now to take the dust out of that area, which that becomes a hazard. If you would slide it up there. This area is for special events. We have a folding wall here, and this is about a 2,000 square foot area that can be divided in half with an entrance on this side and an entrance on this side and a kitchen in the middle with storage here, a pantry, can wash, and other mechanical areas involved in that. So we're gonna raise this area where the loading dock is now. We're gonna raise that so it's an on-grade area that people can come in and bring deliveries to the woodworking shop, that sort of thing. So, and also to the kitchen. That's basically the floor plan of the senior center. We're only adding the canopies here with walks getting in and this area around the building to provide a large events area here. Now this, we've gone through sort of a little turmoil with this building. We had to put a new roof on it because between the time we first went over there and looked at the building, they were still operating there. When we went back, we were almost ankle deep in water on the inside. So we had to put a whole new roof on it and remediate all the mold and interior. So we just completely demoed the whole thing and had it all pressure washed completely on the inside. So it's ready to go for construction. Let's go to the next one. This is the elevation. We're putting windows around the building. As you notice, if you ride around the building, there's very little window space in the building except up in the office area. So we're going to open up the building and put windows all around the edges. This is the existing front entrance, but we're going to dress that up a little more. Of course, the canopy will go down the side to the events area. That's basically what we're doing to this building, trying to use as much of it as we can and then help bring it into something that the community would really be proud of. This is the police department. This is the first floor plan. Let's see, that's the second floor plan.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
That would be this isn't coming out. It's coming. And where's that slideshow?
That's the first.
This is it.
Mhm.
This is the first one. That's why you don't want me using the computer, because I probably couldn't find the first floor. Anyway, this is the main entrance into the police department with the lobby area. There's an elevator on this side which goes to the second floor. This is a report room for, if someone comes in and wants to leave a report or give a report to an officer, they can, meet them at that room. Once you get by the lobby, this is all controlled access throughout the building. In other words, you'd have to be escorted to get to any place in the building. This is a central records area with storage rooms for old files and that sort of thing, and work areas for individuals working there. There's an officer's window here. All the files are kept under key. An officer can come in and pick up the file here and return it at the same location. In this area, this is a public area for training and community watch and those kind of organizations. Large storage area for that, which you can put tables and chairs and whatever you need in that. There's a small little serving kitchen here, very small, with a window there that you could bring some catered food in and serve people in that area. This is a communications room, 911 with consoles in it, a break room for them, an officer space here, and their restrooms. This is a server area with electrical room and that sort of thing. This is the salad board, and there's some storage for the response team, emergency response team. But when they bring a detainee in, they can bring them in through here. They have a shower here. This has it's almost like a prison restroom with a remote flush, so if they've got drugs on them, they can't flush them away. And then there's an eye wash and a regular wash outside. They bring them in, and then they can have them in an interview room here, and then they can monitor what's happening right at this point. This is an IT room, which is part of working inside this area. This is a restroom and some other spaces here. This is the patrol area. This is where the patrol officers are. There's I call it a muster room, but and there's little workstations here. We have some other spaces here which have lockers and that sort of thing. They've elected to put lockers in the corridors so that they don't use up floor space with large locker rooms and that sort of thing. So they can have lockers along here, and we've done individual bathrooms with showers in them like this to be able to come in if an officer has gotten messed up out in the field. He can come in, he has a locker here, and he can use one of the bathrooms and showers on that level. This area down in the lower section is where all of the evidence is stored. This is an evidence drop area right in here. And they're put into, evidence is put into these drop lockers. The evidence technician takes those things out, catalogs them, puts them together, and then stores them in the files. There's some for other types of materials. This is for narcotics, which has a certain type of air conditioning system to withdraw all the air and odors out of the building. We have a technician here. We have an area here for the evidence technician, and that he takes care of all of this and can get back and forth. This is a crime lab over here with fume hood and that sort of equipment that they need. And this is a little bio vestibule to get into it, and then they can do evidence back and forth through this large locker. This is for uniforms and that sort of thing in that area. Let's go to the second one. As you see, the lobby is basically all open on the second floor. And what happens is they leave the building open at the front during the night, at night. So people can come in, but there'll be card access to get into the second floor and to the elevator. So they can come in and there'll be someone on the first floor with the 911 to be able to answer questions or take a call or anything like that. So, but during the daytime, that lobby is open, but everything is restricted access. This is the administrative area here. We have a large mechanical chase here. These are offices for the officers. This is the break room, storage, more of the restrooms here. And this is the traffic group here with more restrooms at the back and mechanical rooms here. This is a tactical training room. This is all detectives area right in here. As you can see, we have offices here. We have an interview room, soft interview room for bringing, say, a lady or a child up to be able to talk to them. So it's not such a locked up, harsh environment, and they can observe what goes on between the two rooms. And these are workstations here and a large area for them to get together to work on a particular case and that sort of thing. A lot of times they'll pin things up on the wall and do that sort of thing to figure out what we're going to do next. So that's basically the floor plan. Let's flip over to these are just building sections which we've already done, showing the elevations of the building inside, what's going on in the inside of the building. Okay. These are exterior elevations of the building. This is the front entrance of the building. This is the sally port, which has the overhead doors. And these are just the other elevations and what the building looks like. It's brick, a combination of brick in two colors, which is this and this, the bands. And this is a block forming the base of the building. Now, Gregory's going to have to do this. This is a walk around.
Preliminary. I was saying it's preliminary. Landscaping and civil works is not in as yet.
Yeah, we didn't put it onto the site, but you can see what the building looks like all around. Notice we even show the cameras. There'll be cameras around the outside of the building to observe what's going on when people are coming and going. We show those as well. All of these doors are controlled by either the records area custodians or the 911, whichever. If someone goes out at night and comes back in at night, and comes in and brings a detainee in, they can come in, and those garage doors on that building are operated from those two areas inside the building. Okay.
Question. I didn't hear anything about a hazardous material handling area. Was that, I don't know if they need one or not. Is there, a place in there to handle hazardous material?
Yes, now those type of things generally are handled, if they bring something in, it would be handled in the Sally Port, but I don't think you'd want to be bringing anything into the building like that. Now, we have an area for the emergency response team out in the Sally Port, and they use certain types of explosives, flashbang devices and things like that, but we have that separated from the building. We have an armory on the inside on the first floor, but that's an enclosed room, and that's accessed only by certain personnel.
And one other question. Right at the bottom where people can come in, is there a public restroom in that area?
Yes, they're public restrooms. You want to flip back to the floor plan? Yeah, there are restrooms on both floors right here. 2 restrooms on every floor.
And this building, I assume, is lead specific?
Ma'am?
Leads?
Lead.
Yes.
We generally do all our buildings that way, but it's really up to the owner about whether they want to take another step and actually do lead. They can get rather expensive. And you have a process you have to go through. We do those, and we've done quite a few. But that would be a choice that you would need to do. Any questions or anything you'd like to know?
Looks nice. Okay, no questions? Thank you very much.
We are asking that if there's pro or con regarding either design, that we receive that feedback, because the next step, we're asking the design team to take this to finish the bids and the specifications so that the documents can be put out to bid in July. Or actually, I guess it would be early June. Bids would be due in July.
I so make that motion.
Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Thank you for coming down. Appreciate your work. Greg, you did a great job.
Thank you. Fastest floor plan I ever drew.
Gloria, you did a great job too. I know you don't want to hold the team together anyway. Yeah. Pete don't do the same thing.
Pete, you got anything?
No, I didn't, you're not gonna do anything on the theater. Is that tonight?
Not tonight, sir.
Okay.
16.
Oh, next week, okay. Council have anything? Right. Coming up mid, in the month of May, we're going to City Vision, which is the North Carolina League of Municipalities, and they're asking for someone to be a delegate to vote and an alternate. We have 3 names. We need a alternate. We need a delegate to vote, and we got 3 people going: myself, Ms. Luda, and Mr. Holloway. So, does the council have any preference who would do the voting?
the important thing is if council has a recommendation, now's the time to make it, therefore, so that we can advise the league of who your voting delegate will be.
Mayor, since Duke got the crap beat out of him, at one point, I think Majid ought to go and be our delegate.
One of the great things is this is where I get to say, if nominated, I shall not run. If elected, I shall not serve. And I would strongly suggest that, as your tradition is, it should be one of your elected officials actually going, that it should be one of those three. Thank you.
Yeah, we need 2 out of the 3.
So just pick who you don't want to be the delegate or the alternate.
We need a delegate and we need an alternate.
I'll vote.
Ms. Luda, is the delegate. Is that what you saying? Okay. All in favor of Ms. Luda being the delegate to the North Carolina League of Municipalities? Have a motion? Second, all in favor? That would leave Mr. Holloway as the alternate. Thank you for volunteering, Mr. Holloway. Do I have a motion for Mr. Holloway? Second, all in favor? Mr. Holloway, thank you very much for your service coming up, sir. Anything else, council, have anything? If not, we'll break for the afternoon and be back at 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Just note it's a recess only, and we'll adjourn you when you have
Yes,
your food.
yes, right. We'll adjourn it to 4. All right.
Thanks, staff.
How'd you say he was?